All right, well, greetings from Pennsylvania once again. And we're continuing our little road trip today. Today is April 27th. I was just down in Huntingdon County at Whipple Dam State Park. Had a nice little hike. But now we're up in Center County. And we're in a place called the Scotia Barrens. And this place has been on my radar for quite a while. There is some ruins of a village back here. Well, actually, I think there were multiple villages. And the name of the one is called Scotia. I think there's a couple of villages out here. And I think most of the ruins we're going to see today are from the 1940s, from World War II era. But it dates much further back than that. All right, I've seen other videos here. A channel a lot of you are familiar with, Odyssey or Scott's Odyssey. I forget how he titles his channel. But he was here a little while ago. And I feel like I watched someone else's video too. So I am here now myself. I think I'm parked at the right location because I do see some ruins right across in the woods. But let me show you the map first about where we are, and then we'll get on with this explore. Yeah, so I came down this road. This is Scotia Range Road, and just kind of trying to find the right place to park. There's a gated, and I was just kind of looking around quick, and then right over in there I saw. I know that looks familiar from the images I have on the one map over here, so we are in the right spot. But let me show you our Pennsylvania map first. Here's Pennsylvania. We are all the way up here in Center County, up here near State College, right over here in State Game Lands. I forget which number it is offhand. 106, I believe. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. So, all right, let me get the other map is underneath. I'll show that to you in a moment. All right, so here is the other map, which is blowing away. And this is from a company called Purple Lizard. I just bought two of their maps. They have one designated just for Scotia, and it's State Game Lands 176, not 106. So I think this might be the first one they ever made. But I got one for Michaud State Forest too. They have quite a few. But this is an enlargement. Yeah, right here is Scotia. State College is over this way, and I came down, Scotia Range Road, and I think I parked. Where did I park? I think I parked right up here. So there's some goodies in here. And I'll flip the map over. The map, it's actually cool. They actually have some, oops, we can flip this over. All right, of course I flipped it over upside down. Let me get back to you. Yeah, and on the other side, they have like the historical map. Of course, we're parked right here. There's some letters there for B and C. And what we just saw over in the woods was this. Supports for a fuel tank. And then you can see some of the other things that we're going to find out here, hopefully. So pretty cool map from them. They have the old historical map overlaid over a modern map of where the roads are. So anyway, enough with maps. I'll tell you a little bit of a history, but let's get exploring. All right, so we'll leave Naomi here, and let's go check out these foundations first. And I do want to throw out a graffiti warning. This place is known. I think a lot of the structures out here have a lot of graffiti on them, some of which maybe, well, you know how it can be. These out here are the supports for a fuel tank. Like I said, a lot of the ruins we're going to see today are from the World War II era. Oh, there's some more ruins right over there too. That didn't take long. Yeah, so you can see the curve to it, so there's been like a round water tank, which is long gone. You just have the supports. And these, I forget what these are, but I remember seeing these on the map, which I'm going to go ahead and take a look at real quick. Alright, so this was the base to a water tower. There's been the concrete supports. And there was they needed water because they, back here somewhere is the remains of an ore washer. They would actually wash the ore, because they were mining iron ore back here. I probably didn't mention it. As we walk around these woods, you'll see different pits and piles of rocks from where they were mining out the ore. And we'll just follow this little trail here. Some of the ruins should be just visible through the trees. But we shall see. There's a railroad back here too. You have to ship the ore out. And there's a famous name associated with this place, Carnegie. He owned the place for a little while. Yeah, so just behind us are those different supports parked just over this way. Follow a little trail out, and there's a larger trail right here. And even up there in the woods, like that little hill, that's not natural. That's man-made hill. Looks like it's almost like a rail bed for something. So I bet some more ruins are up that way. I think from looking at the map, we do need to go this way. This is the time of year to come, you know, the foliage is just starting to come out, but you can still see pretty clearly through the woods. Yeah, so there's quite a bit of iron ore mining history in this area. Dates all back to the 1800s. I think in the mid 1800s they started mining it, but Andrew Carnegie took over in the later 1800s. He saw some potential in this site. I think there initially was, but later on, as usually happens, he saw that things were declining and he bailed out, sold the company to other folks, and they kept it going for a while, but eventually it stopped. But in World War II, they revived. I just see a split here in the trail. I'm gonna go this way first. And during World War II, you know, there was a need for iron and metal during World War II, so they came here and kind of revived the mining here, I guess you could say. But it was like concrete. Let me show you in a moment. Let me get back to the story in a moment. Yeah, I just realized the trail that we're walking on here is just, it's concrete. So, must have been something standing here at one time. There was a whole town here at one point. Not sure where this comes out at. Whoops, trip. All right, might have to go back to the other trail. Just a power line here. Yes, like I was saying, in World War II, they revived the mining here. The map has a little bit of the history. I think they mined like 40, you know, railroad cars of iron ore, took it to the place to get, you know, smelted, but the ore was rejected as being not good quality, so that put an end to the mining here permanently. But the World War II era stuff, ruins, are what you can mostly see. There are some other areas. There's a place called Toe Hill. Some other towns here where you can find some other ruins, perhaps. The map shows some of them, but I'm just going to stick to this area today, I think. Just wander around. This is my first time in this area, so let's see what there is to see. Yeah, this is that hill I was pointing out earlier. See, that's all man-made. I feel like that was made for ore carts to travel along the top. And I think we have some more ruins up here. Yep. Yep, there they are. Yeah, I believe this, so you can see there's that hill, and on the other side there's another one. I think this is the ore hopper where they dump the ore in down here. Yeah, and then trucks or railroad cars could drive in underneath, and the ore that got dumped in from the top would fall down into them. I think that's the idea of this spot. I'll check on the map though. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the ore hopper. And then you have some more supports in here. It almost looks like for some kind of a, you know, hold up some kind of a railway or something. And then back that way there's some more ruins. I think that's the ore washer back there. They would wash the ore, get all the gunk off of it. Alright, so like I said, a ton of graffiti out here too, so just, you know, I can't do nothing about it, folks. Yeah, we're not that far from, this is near State College, you know, so you get lots of, you know who out here. Anyway, I'll just let that go. Alright, yeah. Could do without all that color. Creepy chair. just looking at it from down there, you got a nice little walkway right in, and of course up ahead on either way you can see where they would have brought probably the ore carts up there and up from this way, and then this was probably much taller at one point and they dumped it into here. Ore hopper. I love old ruins, but the graffiti at this site is almost a little bit too much. Alright, but here's looking back behind us, and you can see more just artificial piles, waste rock piles, all throughout the area. Alright, I might try to get to the top of that one there. Let's see. I'm just going to do a quick walk through here though first. Kind of gushy. Yeah. Get my feet wet here maybe. Alright, we made it through. A lot of trash in here too. Even though it looks like this now, you gotta imagine, you know, in the 40s, this was the happening place. There was men working here. You know, it's to support the war effort. Because, I mean, it came to nothing then. Like I said, the ore was of not decent quality, so they couldn't use it, but when it happened in place. Now it's just ruins with lots of graffiti. Alright, let's head to the top of that one little hill there. Well, slightly more than a little. Alright. So there's our ruins back there. I mean, even with the graffiti, they're pretty cool though. But you can tell how it was higher at one point. There was more going on up there. We do have a trail. Oh boy, I might have to turn you off for this. It's pretty steep. Okay, so that was steep coming up here. I had to grab hold of roots and stuff. Down there's our hopper. Looks pretty awesome from up here. And then, of course, there are some more there's supports, which probably took some kind of a track or something, and our ore washer is back there somewhere. We'll check out in a little bit. That's a pretty big ruin back there too. Of course, from here you can see the other, I'm gonna call it ore cart line, whatever you want to call it, that would have dumped stuff into the hopper. Alright, since I'm up here, I'm just going to go exploring a little bit. The trail, there's a trail that goes this way. We'll get to that ore washer later, because the trail might just wind around down the bottom here too. You gotta find a place to eat lunch. Getting hungry. It is about that time. Yeah, so there are trails just going everywhere. Of course, that'll take us back to where we were. We could go to the right, or we could go straight. Oh, is that a blue jay? Yeah, there's a blue jay up there. So I'm just gonna go straight for a little bit. I know if I'm looking at the map, there was some more stuff up here. I think the railroad station was down this way. These would be older ruins from the 1800s, not World War II era. We'll see. Yeah, so this is the kind of stuff you would see in this area. I'm not sure. I think this is kind of like the slag from the smelting process. You can see it kind of looks like air bubbles in there. So just some leftover the refining process. Alright, so I might continue just a little bit more down this trail, but you can see it looks like there's a little pond out there. You might check that out in a moment. Probably a pit from the ore mining. But all around us there's, like, here's another one of these long hills that's all artificial from the ore mining. Kind of ends right there. So let's Let's check out this little, well, not little, big pit over here. Maybe the trail goes right up to it. It's not that big. I almost thought I saw water in it from back there. It's just a, I mean, it was a decent sized pit, but it looked deeper from back further. Oh well. And way out there even there's another one of those long narrow piles, probably just where they dump the waste material continually. So I think I'm going to head back at this point. I'm not really sure. It's my first time here. Kind of just like a little bit of a reconnaissance mission. Might come back in the future. We still have to check out that ore washer. So this is one of these places that you could literally spend all day out here just traveling these trails and finding little secrets back here. Don't really have that time today. Like I said, just kind of checking things out today. I'll probably be back sometime in the future. Alright, so up here are our crossroads again. Part of me does want to go check out that way, but maybe some other time. Alright, so that was a trail we came down on, but let's go this way. This will take us over to the ruins of the ore washer. And this area is referred to as the Scotia Barrens. Not that it's a completely barren landscape, but it's a different type of environment out here. I've been told if you go up a little bit more up the road, you can see a distinct change in the environment. The soil is not of the greatest quality, but you still have trees, kind of like these more stunted pine trees and things like that. Kind of a unique landscape. That's usually a lot colder than the surrounding area. Almost worth a video exploring that sometime. And we're back at the ore hopper, the colorful ore hopper. Let's walk down to the washer. You can see it up ahead there. And this is just what's left. More likely it was a lot larger than this at one point. But I'll sit you down and walk up there so you can see how tall it is. And our water tower wasn't too far down that way somewhere. Not sure what these are. There's one on this side and there's one on the other side that's quite a bit more beat up and spray painted. Looks like there was one there too, so there's quite a bit something else here. Alright, so down there was our ore washer and the hopper. Those are the two main ruins right here in this. We got a woodpecker in this area to see. So I'm probably gonna start heading back. It's actually not a short, it's just a short walk back to the parking area. Which is one reason why there's so much graffiti here. It's really easy to get to this spot. And places like that tend to get hit pretty hard. Yeah, just making my way back and I saw this. There's another building here. There was a whole row of buildings here. Like there was a town here. So we were on that little bit earlier, that one path had concrete under it. So here you can see there was another building here. Part of the town. World War II era probably again because of the concrete. So definitely an interesting place to visit. I wanted to stop in and see it myself. Like I said, I'm sure there's a whole lot more out here to see than what I'm seeing today. But unfortunately, you know, the vandalism does give the place a bit of a distaste, I guess you could say. It takes away a little bit from the history and the neatness of it, I guess. That's the way it is sometimes. But it was a site I wanted to check out. Kind of been on my radar for a while. And it's really easy to get to. Right. But cool place nonetheless. Piece of history out here. Place that you can come visit yourself if you want to. Alright. We're going to head to our next location. Hopefully we're going to get to the high point of Center County. Getting one of my county high points done. Hopefully. So thanks for coming along. And hopefully we'll see you in the next video.